Cromwell was known as the Lord Protector under the regulations of the first written constitution the UK had, the instrument of government, that appointed a Lord Protector, a Council of State and a Parliament. And, that's widely available. Cromwell did not want the kingship. And we know from lots of older research and recent research that he was constantly put under pressure. Even in early drafts of some of these constitutional reforms, they wanted a new king because we're still dealing with a culture that believes in hierarchy. You can't have a community almost self-governing without a figurehead. But Cromwell believed that kingship had been providentially damned by God. If God didn't want Charles I to die, he wouldn't have died. And Cromwell is a very organised mind. He has reports from his naval exploits abroad, from the battles that he fought to get to this great stature in the army. And there's no doubt, the military historians will be much more elegant at talking about it, that Cromwell's new model army won battles they should have lost. Now, if you're Cromwell, that means God wanted you to win. So you're doing God's work. And later on in the 1650s, when there are disastrous expeditions to what's now known as Cuba, Spanish Americas, Cromwell is very worried that something's going wrong with his own regime. And we know from contemporary reports that I think he was offered the crown numerous times and would squirrel himself away reading scripture and thinking about it and said, no, it's not the crown, it's kingship that's ungodly. So he did adopt a lot of the, if you like, not quite the regalia, but he had to invent a new form of authority. Without some form of, regality, what's the alternative? Regality means kingship, but he needs a public, charismatic presentation. And we know, again, that there's a lot of work done on Republican iconography. So there's a famous representation of Cromwell dressed in his armour, bringing harmony and peace to the British community. And it has two pillars with Magna Carta and Noah's Ark. So they're trying to represent him as a prophet armed, doing God's work.